Wisconsin lawmakers are taking another look at the so-called pink tax, the state sales tax charge on menstrual products. It's one of 18 states that still has a tax on these items.
And now a new bipartisan bill would eliminate that tax, and supporters say it's about recognizing that these products are essential, not optional. In a First Alert update, Samantha Cavalli sharing advocates' clear message about making these products more affordable.
It's a necessary monthly expense some low-income women say they can't always afford, forcing them to choose between period products and other daily needs.
The average usage is more than 16,000 tampons or pads in a lifetime, so this dollar amount is not insignificant.
Governor Evers proposed ending that tax in his biennial budget, but the Joint Finance Committee removed it while prioritizing other tax cuts. Advocates say removing the tax is about fairness, arguing these products are medically necessary and taxing them is discriminatory.
Because dignity should not have a price tag. And because when we remove barriers like this, we help women and girls fully participate in school, at work, and in their communities.
Since 2022, the Monthlies Project has distributed more than 1 million period products to over 160 schools and organizations in Northeast Wisconsin, saying no student should miss school based on a biological need. At the Appleton Area School District, where they are seeing firsthand students not having access to menstrual care at home, leaders say making products readily available reduces barriers, protects dignity, and helps keep students in the classroom.
The students build confidence, and it really helps with their dignity in knowing that they have access to those products, which thus does affect attendance and also helps build those relationships.
Menstrual collection products are not optional. They are essential for health and hygiene and quality of life.
It's a small tax, but a big statement about what counts as a necessity. In Appleton, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.